What's up, guys? This is Logic. Now, this is late, whatever. We already discussed this. If you watched my last NXT review, no, this is late, but this is my raw review for August 26, 2019. I really want to speed through this. This is just boring. Like, I feel like the reasons I didn't do this because I just don't want to do this. Overall, the whole show was garbage, bad, horrible. It's about two good things on the show. Round one of King in the Ring, Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet. That was a good match. They went like 20 something minutes. And Cedric Alexander versus Cesaro in a random regular match. Part of me likes this, but part of me is just wondering why did Cedric have to face anyone when he's in the King in the Ring and he has to face Corbin next week? Why even risk him had to have an injury? But they might be, having a storyline for it. But guys, make sure you guys like my video, comment, subscribe, follow my on my Twitter at Logic is Key YT. That's at Logic is Key YT. Now let's just get into this because honestly I don't even want to talk about this right now. I just woke up. I'm just whatever. I took notes last night, even though it's a couple days later. I took notes on what I didn't rewatch it. I just watched highlights because I didn't feel like watching this whole show again. But to open this, basically, Clash of Champions. It's being built around Seth and Braun. Seth and Braun, they're in two matches. They're in the Universal Championship match, which they will be facing each other, and they have to defend their Raw Tag Team Championships. And they're defending their championships against a makeshift team of Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Now, both teams aren't legitimate teams, so I don't know why this is okay. This again proves that the tag team championships mean nothing, and the real tag teams aren't important to WWE at all. So we had a tag team termite or whatever it was. It was like a gauntlet match, and we had real teams in the tag team termite, but no real teams won. The team that won was Dolph Ziggler and Bobby or Robert Roode, whatever you want to call him. Makes no sense. They were paired together out of nowhere, just like Braun and Seth winning the champions. If you're gonna have two wrestlers randomly win the championships, win a gauntlet basically. So what does that say for the rest of the tag team division? Real teams. They can't beat a makeshift team. That just makes everyone look so weak and stupid. Now, they did this obviously to get Seth over and Braun over, by giving them more accolades so the casuals can see, oh, they won more gold. How are they not the best? Blah blah blah. But it doesn't matter about accolades. The hardcore fans, we see right through that. This is basically what they try to do with Roman Reigns, give him the Royal Rumble, let him be Undertaker, let him just be unstoppable. So, they're just, in my opinion, I feel like they're shoving Seth down our throat now. I used to like Seth. I don't like him like I used to. WWE just, they're just forcing him. And they made the OC look so weak again. Like, the OC, when they first formed again with AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson, it looked like they was about to be a important stable, but clearly they're not anything important. They were on top for 3 weeks, and now they're on the bottom again. Signed 5-year deals with the WWE. WWE decided to give them the belts, right? Took it right off of them, just to appease the Seth Rollins fans, to get him over so everyone can like him. There's not many Seth Rollins fans like they used to be. Now, don't get me wrong, he's still over, but the hardcore fans still boo him. I don't know, man. It's just so dumb. The tag team division's horrible. WWE doesn't give a fuck about the tag team divisions. The OC, they're looking like exactly where they were 3 years ago when they first came up. Looking real dominant and then looking real weak, and then they're going to stay at that weak level. And Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, the fact that they were paired together randomly on one night, randomly. Then they get a title shot. Yo, this makes no sense. These two are the biggest losers. Now I don't know about Robert or Bobby Roode, whatever you want to call him. He just hasn't been on TV. Dolph Ziggler has been losing like every single chance he gets. I think he only won one match against like Finn Balor or Mustafa Ali. I can't remember. But this guy has been getting title opportunity after title opportunity after title opportunity. So this just makes no sense. This whole thing is built around Seth and Braun, obviously. If you're smart, you know that Seth is going to still be Universal Champion at the end of Clash of Champions. They might lose the tag team titles, but really, to Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, come on, man. I don't even know why they're defending the two titles. Seth is defending two titles. It's all stupid. But like I mentioned before, the King of the Ring, it seems like the best thing going on. It's been having some good matches, but I don't know. It's not delivering like the way I want it to. Like example, Corbin and Miz did not catch my attention at all. I already spoke about Drew and Ricochet having a great match, and we also had Sasha Banks, right? So Sasha Banks finally explains why she does what she does to Natalia, and they dropped the ball on this one. I was hoping to have like a similar heel to the NXT version of Sasha Banks, and we didn't get nothing like that. They gave her like the most calm and boring promo to talk about her actions, like to open the show. And I don't know why. If I was booking this and I had her go out there, I would make it feel more important instead of just giving these like they made her seem like a crybaby. But I'm gonna get into this. So the boss, Sasha Banks, she comes out. She's on her way to address the WWE Universe and everyone else on her actions on attacking Natalia. And they were in New Orleans and they were pretty much dead most of the night. It was some little bulls for Sasha, but I don't know. There should have been more. So Sasha comes out. She says, "So everyone wants to know. Everyone wants to know why and where Sasha Banks has been. For 4 months, she's been gone, minding her own business. Yet, all you hear is her name. Then you hear Becky chants like Becky, Becky, Becky. The crowd wants Becky, and Becky Lynch is actually not there. Seth Rollins was actually not there. They were on vacation because they recently got engaged. So two top stars weren't there. That's okay though. It's kind of good because you don't want to overexpose them like you already do every other week. Sasha talks about how she read about her throwing a fit. She admits to it. She read about her crying on the locker room floor at WrestleMania. She also admits to it. She also admits to dropping her ball and going home. She was angry that she was relegated to a WrestleMania tag team match that she didn't care about. She did not care about defending the tag team champions that meant less while Becky Lynch was in the main event with Ronda Rousey. Banks, she took her ball and went home, went to go on a few amazing vacations with her WrestleMania paycheck, which a paycheck that was less than Becky Lynch paycheck. So let me get this straight. Sasha Banks, she went away because Becky Lynch got a bigger paycheck? No, that's not what happened. But she came back. It had to be perfect. She came out to attack her one-armed friend Natalia. She came, gave her a hug, lied to her face, saying her father would be proud of her. Look who came to save the day, Becky Lynch. Everyone saw what happened to her. Now here she is, the center of attention like she deserves. Banks says that she's the standard of the women's division. She's the boss of the division because she's the talk of the division. She deserves the glory. And then Natalia comes out. They have a brawl. It was whatever, pulling hair, punches, like a cat fight, whatever. The referees came, broke it up. Now here's where they dropped the ball. I already said New Orleans, they weren't like alive at all. They were pretty much dead. But this is where they dropped the ball. Sasha Banks pretty much had my attention. I wanted to see her like deliver some great promo, but it just fell flat. So WWE did not let her say her real reasons why she wasn't there, her real reasons why she was gone for 4 months. The promo, it could have been so much better for Sasha. She didn't show how she was the boss and how great of a heel she actually is. She didn't go into details on why she was gone. I don't blame Sasha, but WWE is not letting her talk about why she was held down for 4 years. Imagine if we got like a work shoot instead of this promo. WWE clearly handcuffed her. Sasha is just like, I don't know. Sasha has just been like having a miserable main roster run, and if Sasha put some hidden truth on how WWE has held her back, and like we got a promo like that, like I said, a work shoot, like they made it into a work but a shoot at the same time, like a CM Punk style work shoot, then this would have been great for her. It would have just basically showed how she is the one of the best in um the women's division. WWE's clearly book her horribly. I don't know. They made a great return, like full flat, and like I don't know why they even had to bring Natalia out. Why did Natalia come out? And I'm being real with you. Nobody cares about Natalia. She doesn't get the reaction that she's supposed to. She's supposed to be the babyface. Nobody cares about her. You're gonna use her to get the heat on Sasha. Let her be injured while she's still coming out, while she's wrestling. I don't know. But yeah, they dropped the ball on this one. This return is just not looking too good. So I don't know. I don't really have faith in WWE to fix this. So whatever. So far, Sasha Banks her return as a heel. It's not looking too good. The Street Profits. They were seen in the back, hyping up, being the hype man as usual. They talked about the King of the Ring. They talked about AJ Styles versus Braun for the U.S. title, and they talk about the tag team Termine, whatever the fuck it is. It's a gauntlet match basically. The match included Heavy Machinery, The Revival, Lucha House Party, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, the B Team, the Viking Raiders, or I'm gonna call them the War Raiders because they're the War Raiders, and the OC. By the way, it is another team in it, and the team is Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Now, okay, why? First of all, this just was just a filled time, and most of the matches that were there, it was just quick matches. Now, answer this question: what has any of these teams done to deserve a title shot? Nothing. I give the War Raiders something. They have been beating jobbers every week, so they have been consistently winning. But the OC, they've been looking like jobbers to Braun and Seth. Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins haven't been doing much at all. The B Team, I don't even know when was the last time I saw the B Team. Lucha House Party, you know their role. They're just jobbers. Heavy Machinery had like a good little run, but what happened? All that momentum died because they made them lose and lose and lose. And the revival looks alright, but they're on SmackDown now. Like they're not on SmackDown, but they're with Randy Orton now. They're not on Raw, so it had to be the revival or War Raiders or maybe the OC. But the OC is just they're on the bottom of the barrel now. So did any of those guys win? No, it was Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Random team won. Stupid. I'll get into it later. So next we had the King of the Ring Round 1 tournament. Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet. This went about 23 minutes, and this was the type of match we are supposed to see every match throughout the tournament. This was excellent, this match. It showed how important the King of the Ring was to these guys, and it should be important. My pick was Drew McIntyre, but Drew, he's like a small Joe. He talks a big game, but he loses. Ricochet, he does need to look good, but I just felt like Drew, he needed this win a little bit more. He needed to win King of the Ring. I felt like WWE just swerved us for no reason. They did this on purpose because the two main picks you would have picked was Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre, and they're both out of the tournament now. So who's gonna win? I don't know. They just dropped the ball. There's so much potential wasted from Drew, but this was still an awesome match. Drew had the advantage most of the match, but at the end, Ricochet hit a 630 off the top rope. Definitely was the best part of the show, and I don't know, Drew is looking more like a jobber than ever now. Probably worse than 3MB. I don't know how, but he does. This probably be the only thing you should watch on this show. Like honestly, this was probably literally the best thing. This was the peak of the show. Yeah, I thought Drew would have been a main event player by now, but clearly WWE has other plans. I don't know. So now Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman, they had a promo. Seth Rollins wasn't there, so this promo was recorded last week and they're showing it now. Basically, Seth was explaining how they're on the top of the world and Braun was just staring at the championship. Rollins said he can't help to notice, but you're staring at my championship, whatever. Strowman challenges him, and um, Seth basically said he doesn't back down from a challenge, and you're on, partner, whatever. I don't get this, yo. If the main thing, the focus was about the Universal Championship, why did you give him the Tag Team Championship? Why? This if the focus was a Universal Championship, there's no reason why they should be Tag Team Champions. It just furthers the point that you guys are burying the Tag Team division just to get them over, just to make them feel important. No, you can't just. I don't know. It's just so stupid. It makes no logical sense. Okay, here comes the downward spiral. Miz versus Baron Corbin. King of the Ring round one. Another match, the final match on Raw for the King of the Ring world for just the first round. So this was the worst King of the Ring match. I'm just gonna end it. Corbin, he hits the end of days in 10 minutes. Both guys are so boring in my opinion. The Miz as a face is garbage. Corbin is always garbage. By the way, Drew actually sat down on the chair, or like he picked up the crown and put it on his head. And Corbin did the same thing after he won. Drew did it before he competed, and Corbin sat down in the chair after he competed and won. Normally, if you sit down in the chair, you lose, but I don't know. Like I said, Drew and Kevin were the logical picks, but WWE, they're trying to like swerve us, so you never know what the pick will be now. Next, we had Bailey versus Nikki Cross. This was just a fill time. Like, match had no meaning. Why were they fighting? No storyline continuation. Charlotte Flair wasn't there to distract Becky, or not Becky. Charlotte Flair wasn't there to distract Bailey or just do any interaction with Bailey. Alexa Bliss wasn't there, so obviously Nikki Cross was gonna lose. They don't want to make Alexa Bliss have a losing effort. Just look like she had a losing effort at all. Yeah, so stupid because we have champion versus champion. SmackDown Women's Champion versus one half of the tag team champions, and one of the champions has to lose. It could have been anyone else, or you guys could have put this on SmackDown. Why even have it on Raw? So dumb. I don't know. Bailey, she wins with the elbow drop from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. This match is meaningless, pointless. Oh my lord. Here we go. Now we have the tag team termite, whatever. Basically, I'm gonna get through this fast because I don't care about this at all. Basically, it was basically a tag team gauntlet. The War Raiders, they started off, they're going against the B team, they got squashed. Then the OC runs out, right? The OC's next. The OC and War Raiders, they got double DQ'd because they didn't like listen to the referee's count or the referee's order. So tell me how this doesn't make sense. The War Raiders have been on the main roster for like 4 months, squashing jobbers over and over and over and over again. And when they get some real competition, they don't even have a match. It's so dumb. I'm not getting mad about it. I can't get mad about it now. Like, oh my, they just ruined everything. But this is probably going to lead to the War Raiders versus the OC. But no, you're gonna like these are two teams you're supposed to be building up. Don't put them against each other so they both can, well, one of them could lose. I don't want the Warriors to lose. That means they beat all these jobbers for no reason, and the OC, they just I feel like the OC are gonna win. I just feel like they don't like the War Raiders like we like the War Raiders. But, anyways, like I said, War Raiders and OC they got double DQ because they didn't listen to the referee's count. They were just brawling. So next up we had Dolph Ziggler and the Lucha House Party. Lucha House Party got buried. Dolph Ziggler he beat them. Whatever. Why are they even here? I don't know. Next we had the Revival versus Ziggler and Rude. And this was pretty weird. The fact that we had the Revival, Ziggler, and Rude in the ring together was pretty weird because they were both heels and the crowd just didn't know how to react to it. They didn't make any noise. They didn't. It was just awkward. Like I said, this whole show was garbage. It was pretty boring, tiring, whatever. And this doesn't make sense too because the Revival have a title shot against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the New Day. So why are they in this match? They're gonna have two title opportunities, really? Why were you to believe that they were gonna win? So predictable. You could have had another team come in and take their spot, but I don't know, whatever. So basically Ziggler, Rude, they win again. Rude he pins Dawson. He pins him clean, by the way. Zack Ryder and Curt Hawkins come out, instantly squashed. Then finally, Heavy Machinery comes out, and this is probably the longest match. It went like 7 minutes. Ziggler and Rude win. They get a tag team title match for no reason. They won the gauntlet, or whatever. They're gonna face Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman at Clash of Champions. Alright, so I have a question. Why did they split up Robert Roode or Bobby Roode and Chad Gable? Makes no sense. They were basically becoming a legitimate team. They were paired together for no reason, and they were winning matches. They became Raw Tag Team Champions. They were faces at first, became heels. They were basically a legitimate tag team. You can call them that. Well, at the time, you could have. So why did we see them split up? Chad Gable did nothing. He went to SmackDown, then went to 205 Live, did nothing. Robert Roode got a mustache, changed his name, and did nothing, lost. Pointless. They broke these guys up to have them do nothing, and yeah, they they buried the tag team division basically. It makes no sense. I don't know. It's just so dumb. I just want to get this over with. I hate that WWE continues to bury the tag team division. I don't know. So stupid. We now have Sasha Banks versus Natalya. By the way, I forgot to mention Natalya. She had a sling during the attack on the opening of the show. This match went 4 minutes. It was pretty physical, but still wasn't anything exciting. Sasha Banks made Natalya tap out with the bank statement, and she used her injured left arm to choke her out. Like she pulled her arm around her neck and choked her out. She tapped out, whatever. After the match, Sasha came back, applied a bank statement again until the referee separated Sasha from Natalya. At this point, I don't care. I only like Sasha Banks' expressions when she was choking on Natalya and how she did it. That's about it. But altogether, I don't know. It's just something missing. I don't know what's missing. But Sasha Banks doesn't feel important right now. Just this could be so much bigger, but I don't know why it's not. Well, I do know why. WWE just doesn't let anyone ever have a character and be real and like let them speak their mind, but still, it's so stupid. Okay, here's another good part of the show, but I just felt like this part should have never happened. Cesaro versus Cedric Alexander. This was a good match, but in my opinion, the crowd didn't get into it like they should have. The crowd was just pretty much dead like the whole night, like I said. The story of this match was Cedric Alexander's knee. But like I said, why was Cedric in this match if he has to face Corbin next week in round 2 of the King of the Ring? Maybe this is to take him out quickly because, like I said, the story was his knee. Cesaro had him in half Boston Crabs and sharpshooters. He was just going after the knee the whole time. So maybe this is a way for him to quickly get him out, but I don't know. Makes no sense to have him in a match if he's going to be in a match next week. Why cause an injury? But I don't know. Most likely Corbin's going over, so I'm pretty sure most likely that the knee will factor into this match. But Cedric, he hit a lumberjack for the win, beat Cesaro. Hopefully, the crowd has some sympathy for Cedric, but honestly, that's not really hard because when you're going against Baron Corbin, they're gonna boo Baron Corbin at the building. So, whatever. Finally, we get to the end. I really did not want to do this. I'm actually getting sick, and NXT UK Takeover Cardiff is actually about to come on, and I'm really excited for it. I know I don't got no preview and predictions out, but I'm still gonna be excited for it. I know a couple things going on like Pete Dunne and Cesaro, Walter and Tyler Bate. I haven't been watching UK a lot, but whatever. We get into that later. That review will be out. I'll make sure I get that out fast, so don't worry. Anyways, the main event, AJ Styles versus Braun Strowman for the US title. AJ wins by DQ. So the only thing I like about this was the ending of how Braun got DQ because it was a little bit of Eddie Guerrero, We haven't saw that in a while, but you know what I mean? Like, this was just a waste of time. It actually went 7 minutes, I think. So they actually gave Braun Strowman some time with AJ Styles, but whatever. So basically, Strowman, he was, running around. That's all he really does. Like, he really just runs around in a circle and knock people over with his shoulder tackle. Like, he doesn't know how to wrestle. He just runs around because he's just a freak. So basically, Strowman accidentally knocks the referee out, right? A referee outside the ring. The OC was banned from ringside. So the OC comes out once they see that the referee's down and they try to attack Strowman. But Strowman, he beats them with a chair, right? So he hit them, right? Hits both of them. And AJ realizes this, and then that's when he pulled the Eddie Guerrero. He just falls down to the mat. And as he fell down, the referee got up. And the referee said he heard a chair shot. He heard the chair shot to Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and he saw Braun with the chair in his hand. So he was like, I have to go what I seen or what I heard. So he called for the bell, and it was called for a DQ. That's it. Braun was upset. He didn't win the belt. AJ retained. So basically, he got a steel chair. He beat the OC up. He beat up AJ, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson up with the chair, and then hit them all three with a power slam. And he picked up the title, and Raw ended just like that. WWE shows that these shows are meaningless. 3 hours of a waste of time. The show sucked. It was pointless. Nothing on the show was, well, I already mentioned the King of the Ring with Drew McIntyre and Ricochet, but mostly everything on the show was pointless, garbage, did not need to happen, boring, whatever you want to call it. Like, yeah. Anyways, I'm done with this review. I got SmackDown next, NXT next, but I got NXT UK Cardiff about to come on, so I'm going to watch that. Then I'm going to record a SmackDown one. Then, we got AEW. I'm going to record AEW All Out. I said All A Out. But yeah, I'm very excited for both these shows. I can't wait. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Logic is Key, YT. That's Logic is Key, YT. And yeah, stay tuned for my next videos.